I think on the first day I was looking at the Tree of Knowledge and I was like, oh my God, there's so much to this. Like there's so much to this. But each session, Teal would give me the one thing that I needed to do. And then progressively as I did that, then the next thing would sort of reveal itself.
It's the stepping stones, it's those building blocks that...
It's kind of like how you get better at anything.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. The way that they break it down into such micro moments that you can piece together depending on where you are in your journey. I think back at home that may have taken me 12 to 18 months or even 2 years to get that far.
What Surf Simply has tried to do is create an elite group of staff who are solely dedicated to improving the surfing of all of the team or the surfers that come here. I started watching Rue's videos.
Welcome to another edition of Big Whiteboard Wednesday.
He was able to explain how the waves would interact with the surfboard. And I started to understand there was a different way to understand how to surf through those waves. It made me start to wonder, what else is at Surf Simply?
What are the benefits of coming multiple times?
This time changed me as a surfer and a human being because we built on all the experiences of my first week and then overcame so many of the challenges that I've had as a surfer. So by the end of this week, I had the skill set that I've just never had before.
You know, the learning curve is steep. There's a lot coming at you. It's brilliant. But having the opportunity to consolidate some of the things you learned in the first week and, you know, a few more repetitions, put those things into practice to it. I feel with that second week to allow what I learned in the first week to really kind of embed itself, I think I've improved. Hopefully for the long term.
We live on the North Shore of Oahu, where everybody surfs. So my motivation to start surfing was to keep up with my friends and neighbors and be able to participate in the social activity of where we live.
What motivated me was Ben and his siblings would all go out surfing and I didn't surf and I was like, bugger this, I want to be out there with the rest of them out the back. It looked like so much fun. And so I wanted to learn.
For me, it was something always growing up, I always thought it was cool, but I never lived anywhere where I could do it. But I've always wanted to, and now it's like a good time in my life where I have the time and can do it.
I wanted to do something fun for myself and challenge myself and see if I could do it.
And when and how did you start?
Here, this week.
I couldn't single out one member of staff. That would be unfair because you're all amazing. You're all brilliant. You combine so well as a group. Your personalities, your approach, you know, it's so infectious, and I just think it really makes this place. This week has been hopefully taking my surfing to a slightly different level. So last week was, you know, working on things that I already knew I should be doing, looking down the line, you know, really angling those takeoffs.
When we create speed, we really just want to make sure that we're casting fast. So we want to use Teal's technique of compressing, extending, and getting our upper body to help us protect ourselves forward, right?
With that foundation, with Marlon's coaching, you know, try to do a few more ambitious things, cutbacks. The latest one is whitewater wheelies and re-entries and things like that. Wouldn't say I've nailed them, but you know, that's definitely something I'm looking to focus on.
Will has been working with me on being able to traverse the high line of a wave on the inside of the face.
like 2 feet of gravity right there. That would be really fun to drop through as we're doing our carved turn, right?
Yeah.
It means you'll accelerate through the turn.
I was with Jessie, who was fantastic, and she really helped me this week learn how to angle my takeoff, because that's where I was stuck. I was just going straight down and then kind of doing whatever the wave did after that. And so I couldn't progress in my surfing until I learned how to angle my takeoff so that I could catch bigger waves, steeper waves, and all of that. So that's mostly what we worked on throughout the week.
I learned to go left. Most every spot near where we live are rights.
Yeah.
Just because of the geography, the topography, the direction of the swells. And so I've never gone left. And I told my coach at the beginning of the week, that's like, there were a few things that were my vegetables I needed to eat this week. And one was learning to take off and go left.
So my coach was Gabrielle.
Just a little adjustment on that, but overall the stance is looking solid. All right.
He was my guardian angel. He sat on my shoulder and he just made me feel really comfortable in the water, just picking the lines, reading the play. I couldn't believe how far I came in, 5 days? It was crazy.
Well, I tell you what, having the massages, which required absolutely nothing from me, was such great relief and release from the surfing. They were fantastic. Both the therapists, Jamie and Esther, absolutely superb. I think that really kept me going. I don't think I'd have made it to the end of the second week without both of those guys.
I think the stretching for me this week was outstanding.
I really liked the breath holding lecture. I had a near drowning when I was young, and that's partly why I get so scared every time I paddle out. And so that breath holding lecture was really helpful for me to learn how long I can actually hold my breath.
The dining was amazing. It was really world-class food. I mean, I ate a lot of nice food in different places, and this was good. So that was huge, and the coaching too was extremely encouraging.
And technical, like we could see everything that we were doing and he could check back in with us and the other coaches as well.
I was surprised by how well set up the theory rooms are in terms of, frame by frame, the coaches. I knew that there'd be some video playback, but I didn't realize we'd be going into that level of detail.
So it was really powerful having the morning filmed and the quality of the filming that you got from so many different angles.
This is a fantastic group, and what's interesting is that they're from so many different parts of the world. And even though a lot of us have different cultures and experiences, we all started to cheer for each other and encourage each other to get through some of the challenges.
We're all at different stages, but we're still working on some of the basic fundamentals. And so I learn a lot watching how other people, paddle and catch a wave.
The secondhand stoke you get from seeing other people be successful. I love back home in our neighborhood, seeing somebody, do something great on a wave or take off late on a wave or catch a wave, and you're super stoked for them. And that was definitely the case this week, watching everybody progress and everybody challenge themselves and succeed on things that they probably didn't think they could do during the week. That was super fun to be in a collective group where everybody's cheering for everybody else's success.
I've said this a lot this week, and I am eternally grateful that everybody here has been so positive and kind and sweet. I don't think that I would have been able to go back out there if I did not have the encouragement from everybody.
It's beautiful what's been created here. It's really welcoming, the staff. I love the fact that the minute you arrive, everyone makes the effort to greet you by name, not just by face. It feels like coming into a warm hug.